Games Workshop hires AI-powered enforcers to attack eBay sellers.
Fucking bits.
Man, if you had told me that was a real valid title, even a year ago, I'd be like, nah, no way, man. It'll never get that bad. But here we are. Wow, what a time to be alive. Anyways, welcome back, Hobby Maniacs. I'm Rob Bear from SpikeyBits.com, and we're gonna go over a very interesting series of events that happened recently in the Games Workshop, I guess, hobby space, where a bunch of sellers on eBay contacted me pretty much all simultaneously on the same day, asking me if I knew anything about what was going on with new takedowns on eBay. And I said, no, but send me the notices. I'll take a look. I did. And I noticed something different this time. So here's the article. We put this out May 12th. It's been a few weeks since this happened. I took a little bit of time off. A special shout out to Games Workshop for, I took a little bit of a vacation. First one in about 10, 15 years, I suppose. And the very day I booked it, GW announced 2 previews on the very days I would be out of town on vacation and thus have to work. So I'm not bitter. I don't mind working, but I just thought it was quite the coincidence. But anyways, we're back. We're back in the office. It's great to be here. Thank you everybody for watching. And I figured we'd start here on the videos. So May 12th, 2024, a bunch of sellers hit me up. They're like, hey, what's going on? I got a bunch of stuff that got taken down on eBay. And I was like, oh my God, is it the Pinkertons all over again? If you remember, the Pinkertons were the whole thing where they basically, somewhere between a private security and a corporate risk management firm at this point, under a Swedish security firm ownership, and they figured out what a dude lived. They got some magic card product early and basically forced their way into the house, as the video goes, and took back all his packs and all his wrappers and the cellophane for the box. And you can actually reverse engineer from every magic pack. There's a code on it, and you can reverse engineer the store it went to, the distributor, all the way back up the chain to Wizards of the Coast. So they are obviously very interested probably in where he got his hot little hands on that product weeks and months early, if I remember correctly. Anyways, so I was like, is that all, what's going on? And it turns out it's even stranger, if that's even possible, right? Here's obviously what I can show you from one of the notices a seller got from eBay. They have this thing called the Vero program. It's the verified rights owners thing, and it's basically an automated service on eBay. You can just go in and you can say, yeah, this is an infringing, I verify, boom, take it down. Like, I could do that if I like licensed a print from somebody and I was selling it on eBay and I saw somebody else selling it. In theory, I could go in and do that and have it taken down, because I'm like, yes, I am the sole exclusive license holder. They should not have this. They should not be selling this. Would I? No, I'd probably just message them and be like, yo dog, what are you doing? Please stop. And then escalate from there, But that's not really what happened here. So various sellers that retail different things that I can't really specifically say, but let's just say normal things, normal miniatures, from Marvel Crisis Protocol to Star Wars Legion to just things new in box that you find on the shelf at any game store, right? Just may have happened to be in the Warhammer category. GW doesn't own the Warhammer category, to the best of my knowledge, on eBay, and it is probably the place that gets the most, I guess, traffic on eBay. If you're not selling Warhammer, you probably shouldn't list it in the Warhammer category. Yeah, I get that. I probably wouldn't myself. I can't speak to others. Anyways, I guess what happened is a lot of these items were in the wrong category, air quotes. Sure, I could see that. Maybe categorize your stuff a little better. But that being said, the notices basically said that these items were illegal counterfeits of Games Workshop product, basically Warhammer product. Sealed box sets from a different game were illegal Warhammer counterfeits. Or potentially maybe they were 3D prints that had nothing to do, no indicating, no one-to-one design. Maybe they were 3D prints of, like, I don't know, a bunker, something like that. I can't be more specific, but let's just say that. And let's just say they happen to be in there. Or maybe they were from a different manufacturer, like another person that creates resin cast minis, bespoke resin cast minis that are very high quality, and obviously not Games Workshop, but obviously not titled Games Workshop, like with specific names and things that people know, human people, good people, not robots. Well, all of those things apparently were struck as being counterfeits, right? Counterfeits and not allowed on eBay. Here's the kicker. Here's what I noticed right off the bat. Instead of the Games Workshop legal notice at GWPLC, it was Games Workshop at BrandShield. And I'm like, BrandShield? Interesting. What is that? So then I started digging into it. And obviously I opened up and went to, brandshield.com. I was like, what is this website? It's, well, some sort of digital risk protection. Sounds a lot like the Pinkertons, like a corporate risk kind of company here. And they explain how their system works: web attacks, anti-phishing, anti-counterfeiting, brand protection, the whole 9 yards, right? And if you want to meet them face to face, they got all these meetings and things. But what I ended up doing was digging into their website a little bit, and then here's more of the notices. I couldn't show the specific items, of course, because that would be diming out these sellers, but it was a significant number of sellers all got hit at once, almost like they turned the AI on, and it was trying to get some training done or something like that. So basically, from the seller's point of view, they're like, hey, these items aren't even GW. You're like, you can't say they're counterfeit if they're not even GW or indicating they're Warhammer. They're definitely another company's miniatures, definitely another company's brand. And why are you threatening my eBay account? Because remember, eBay has a very low tolerance policy for these things. You only get so many strikes. So, if they come through and they take down 20, 30, 50 items, that might count as one strike against you. So, okay, cool. Yeah, all right, maybe they shouldn't have been in there, what have you. But, you got 2 more strikes. And a lot of times you can be like, hey, I want to appeal this. There was no appeal process. This was just straight, you have counterfeit items, the end. So obviously that really made a lot of these sellers upset. They accused GW of all sorts of things, and through its proxy that they hired BrandShield of harassment, that these are not unauthorized, these are not counterfeits. Obviously they alleged they did. We reached out to both Games Workshop and of course BrandShield and didn't get a response back. A lot of the sellers also replied back. Some of them had their lawyers send notices. Still nothing back. It's almost like there isn't even a real person on the end of the email. So that brings me to my next point. AI probably isn't the best thing for this job. And the reason I say that is, and I describe in this article here, they obviously use AI-powered pattern recognition that ensures swift detection and takedowns of online marketplaces and counterfeit listings. They advertise that it's automatic reporting to major marketplaces, Amazon, eBay, and more, with AI pattern recognition. So basically it's all instantaneous. It just runs through the category or whatever it's designed to do, says, hey, this isn't Warhammer, hey, this isn't Warhammer, hey, this isn't Warhammer, and reports it to eBay, puts a rubber stamp on it, like, I verify this, boom. It goes after all these sellers for their time and effort, their life's hobby, their love for the hobby, their love for tabletop miniatures, but also trying to make a living just like the rest of us. Yeah, they might do it retail and stuff, and everybody has a different way to earn a living, but that doesn't make theirs any less. People buy the stuff, and we all need our toys, right? So it just goes out there and goes nuts and takes down all these things. I don't know if I'm speaking for everybody, but I've even had a hard time trying to tell what Games Workshop products from another. Like, I look at something and I'm like, man, that looks familiar. When did that come out? I used to be able to tell you the year, the month, everything on every product for way back. And now I see something and I'm like, man, is that Games Workshop? Like, when did that come out? Like, and I'm thinking about it and I'm like, man, I feel like I was really good at this. And if I can't, and I'm having a hard time doing it now, maybe AI isn't the best thing for this job. Or at least, put it into like a list and then be like, get somebody with eyes on it to take a look at it. People that know this stuff, because let's be honest, this probably could have been avoided maybe if they had just spent a little bit more time, or maybe sent some messages like, hey, your thing's in the wrong category. Like, I feel like telling somebody that Spider-Man is counterfeit Warhammer probably isn't the best use of Games Workshop's money, the service's money, the person's time replying to this, and the potential of them even losing their account for doing something that is it wrong? I don't know. You tell me. Like, take a look at the article. It'll be in the description and of course on the comments, so you can check it out and get all the details and click on all the links and check out all the things about BrandShield and all these things out there. But let me know what you think. Was this too heavy-handed? Should folks have not had their things potentially in the Warhammer category? Who owns the Warhammer category? Can you put any miniatures in there you want? Should you put miniatures in the other category? I don't know, because I just go to eBay and I just search stuff. And I see stuff all the time in the Warhammer category that probably shouldn't be in there, but my searches just find my stuff just fine. So I don't personally have a problem with it. So I don't know. What do you think? Let me know in the comments, because I'm really interested about this. Like, we saw GW go after a lot of video, you know, artists and things that were doing all of the, you know, shorts and the little 1 minute video features and things, and hit them with all these takedowns when they're just trying to like do something fun, or hey, take this down, but come work for us. And that just really got people fired up a few years ago. And I feel like I didn't see as much like concern about this as that, you know what I mean? Like, so I'm just kind of wondering, like, are sellers not important too? Because we need sellers to sell us the stuff. If you don't live in an area, or maybe you want it on the cheap, are they not, like, do we not value them as a community as much as, say, people making video shorts for our enjoyment? You know, I feel like it's kind of a little bit the same, at least. Maybe not. Maybe I'm way out there anymore. Maybe I've lost touch with everything. But yeah, let me know what you think, because this was a really interesting one to see Games Workshop using AI in such a manner, and the fallout from it, you know, from the sellers. I haven't heard that any lost their accounts yet, but they did get, one of them was like, man, if I get another strike, I'm out. I was like, well, obviously don't make any mistakes, but that besides the point. You know, you don't want to see people losing their livelihoods because GW unleashed the robots on them, I guess. So I don't know. That's all I got. Thank you very much for listening to my latest little rant story about all things wild and crazy from Games Workshop here this week. I don't know. Will we be able to top this one? I don't know. So make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications to be the very first to like and comment on all our future videos.